another session with Coach Vishnu and Coach Keon. If you're seeing we've changed our settings, we want to make sure that we're in a position where we can deliver as best as we can. And we found that this is a cooler environment, and in addition to that, it makes me, look a bit more movie ready, or camera ready, as they may want to say. And I got a tip from one of my colleagues, one of my friends actually, a very good schoolmate of mine, Jason Ward. He told me, just make sure that I'm in a position where the light is not reflecting on my glasses. So I'm hoping that we found that position now, so that persons can really see the intensity and the passion in my eyes when I'm actually speaking about something that I love doing, which is coaching and of course ActionCOACH Guyana. So welcome to another session, and today we're going to be talking about celebrating milestones. Right. So Coach, you want to take it forward?
Yeah, well, it's very important that we do celebrate our milestones. It would be very similar to us going to a cricket match, and every time something exciting happens, every time somebody hits the ball for a 4 or 6 or somebody gets caught, if we don't celebrate that, then we're all sitting in the stands, dead silence, waiting for the end of the match to see what the score is and to then celebrate. It might be too late. Think about if you go through life not recognizing when you are moving forward, when you are having wins, when you are achieving these milestones. And what is your end? Is your end the end of your life? What is there then to celebrate if you haven't really enjoyed the journey? So I know that this year I had the good fortune of being right near to Keon as he celebrated his birthday. And Keon, who did you celebrate it with again?
Oh my goodness. My birthday was epic, and I say that word, that's maybe the smallest word to even describe it. I celebrated my birthday in the company, first of all, of over 750 persons who were hungry for knowledge and education. We were at the ActionCOACH Business Excellence Forum in San Diego, and not only was it celebrated overseas, but in that space by itself, where persons were going after knowledge. I never thought that I could have spent my birthday in a room doing education from 8 to 5 and didn't feel as if I was in punishment. Not only that, the evening of my birthday was the black tie event of the ball, but I termed it my own birthday party, where I had over 750 attendees, and the best of all, I had Miss Vivica Fox as the host of my birthday party. I was very fortunate to get I'm going to say this very lightly,
It's a hug.
I got a hug and a peck from somebody extremely famous. And the thing is, we celebrated with people. So in my company, I had Vishnu and one of our clients, Andre, with us, and we really celebrated the birthday, and that was an absolutely fantastic moment. And talking about birthdays, I know it's very modest, but today is Coach Vishnu's birthday.
One more down.
One more year of making an impact, sharing knowledge, and moving our country forward, our team forward. So what I want to say today is, Vishnu, how do you intend to celebrate your milestone?
Great. So the way I would really like to celebrate my milestone is to share it with the team. Today, I had a bit of reflection this morning. Facebook makes it very easy as well for you to see what has been happening over the years, and the outpouring of sentiments from people that I'm connected with, some people that I haven't seen for quite a while. It's really touching. Started getting messages from yesterday afternoon. I think in some places in the world where I have friends, it's already yesterday by 5 o'clock. I started getting messages from them. So them recalling the ways in which I've impacted them, sometimes I forget, because sometimes for me it's just in passing I mention something to someone. The people who really take it and use it for what it's meant for their growth. And then to see their growth, it's really amazing. I think that is one of the things that we celebrate very often with our clients. maybe with our team not as much as we should. So we're gonna make up for that today. We're actually heading down to the track this afternoon.
GT Motorsports.
We're gonna make sure that we catch up, high speed, and making sure that we all take some time off and we're able to recognize the movement in the right direction. In your company as well, as you are making progress, make sure that you let the team know when things are going well. It's important that they just don't hear from you when things are not going so well. So that they can also, multiply more of the things that they do well. In our case, what we do, we actually have a weekly whiffle, where everyone gets to express what's on their mind, the things that they've been doing, the things that they're looking forward to. So everyone is very aware of what other people consider to be progress. And that's the only way we can actually support. If we don't know, and if we don't ask questions, and if we don't get information, we will never know. So I'm very happy that Keon had a fantastic birthday. He now has to figure out how he's going to make sure that his family joins him, because for him, his birthday will always fall exactly in the celebration week for ActionCOACH as well. And then for myself, I'm at the office. We are in our new setting, but I'm at the office meeting with the team, looking at what needs to be done to get everything streamlined for the coming week. In the meantime, thank you very much for all the calls coming in, all the messages that are coming in. I really appreciate it. It makes me, just stop for a second and remember that there are a lot of people who are looking at what I'm doing. There are a lot of people who are doing fantastic things who I'm very happy to support. And that if we are to really make this a much better place, that it's each and every one of our responsibility. It's not for us to wait on someone to do it for us. Do what you can and get the support that you need in order to really make that impact.
Okay. I just want to touch on some of the divisions that earlier. You spoke about going to a cricket match and not celebrating throughout the game. Imagine how boring, how insipid that game would be if nobody celebrated as the match went on. Which means that you're not giving the teams any form of encouragement. And when it comes to acknowledging and showing appreciation, it's that simple bit of motivation that you give the individual so that they can continue to do what they're doing. Because anybody who gets that feeling of joy, it releases an enzyme. It's called dopamine. And I learned this from a Toastmaster in a speech. This is why Toastmaster is very good. And that release of dopamine means it's a emotional enjoyment that the person wants to have repeated over and over again. So what do you think the person is going to do? They're going to try to do more good things in order to have that feeling over and over again. And as much as possible, be aware of what is going on with your team members. And the whiffle is one such way that can happen. In addition, we use what we call a wind bell. It's a bell that we chime, the one that you see when you go to the hotel and you're knocking for service. That's the bell we use, because that sound in itself resonates with the team. So every time we have a win or a celebration, the bell goes off. And what happens, everybody, once you're not dealing directly with a client or a customer, they leave what they're doing and they come to the celebration area. And then the person is able to say what the win was, and we then celebrate together. Right?
I would like to celebrate the creation of a new chemical called dorphamines that's by Keon.
It is.
For the medical people out there, it's endorphins, which allow you to experience that feeling. But Keon has just coined a new chemical that he will be bottling and presenting for your use. So be on the lookout for that. What I would really also want to encourage you, dopamine as well, right? Dopamine, so he's making, you have like the whole collection coming to the pharmacy near you.
So I'm going to ask my IT guys to please do a research on it.
Right.
Just Google
and we'll put it in there. And for me, I live so in my mind. We all live in our minds, right? Our perceptions are what we see through these two eyes, but I could be sitting here, Keon is sitting here, and we have completely different perceptions of the world because we live in our minds. And then when you live in your minds, a lot of people live in the past. So they are really caught up with what has happened in the past and how it has affected them. some people live in the here and now, and very aware of what's happening, and they keep themselves very busy. And some people live in the future. They're tests for this. So I do know that, majority of my focus, I live in the future. So when I do my thinking, it's always with very long-term impact, and it sometimes stops me from celebrating when I do need to celebrate. So if you are like that, and if you have people around you like that, make sure that you give them a hand to let them know it's celebration time. Because someone like me would just keep looking at, okay, what happens next, where do we go next, how do we impact more, how do we influence more. But it's extremely important to stop and celebrate. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're actually going to an opening in a few minutes. Very happy to see companies launching, companies bringing better service to the Guyanese market, companies moving from being local content to global content, which is what I really would love to see all our Guyanese companies being able to offer. And then we go and celebrate in fine style.
This afternoon.
Keon has his racing suit on. I have to go change.
Of course. Then I'm going to be the next Michael Schumacher. And as one of our clients puts it, they're coming to the birthday bash of Coach Vishnu. So we're going to, as the young people say, we're going to turn up GT Motorsports. Yeah, I have to get into my GT Motorsports.
So you're passing.
One of our clients' name was Motorsports.
If you see us going around the track like high speed and reverse and sideways, you know what's going on. Right. So thank you very much for taking this time to celebrate with us.
That chemical has me very
excited. The chemicals. Yes, the pharmacist here right now. So
very excited.
Coach Vishnu, pharmacist Keon, telling you enjoy the rest of your day. Stop for a second, look at what's going well, celebrate it, do a happy dance, ring a bell. Celebrate in any possible way. Stopping at the track, stop and celebrate for a sec, and then look at what you have to do next.
Good. Okay? So just before you go, all those persons out there, like you to stop what you're doing right now. No, I mean literally just like stop what you're doing right now. Take a minute to reflect on your past week. Identify at least 3 wins that you would have had for the past week. And then celebrate it with the persons who would have been involved in making that win a possibility. So whether it be it's your parents, whether it be a co-worker, whether it be a friend, stop right now, call them and just say thank you. Because that simple bit of motivation, who knows what they have in store for you later on. So take that time and enjoy.
I just celebrated. Give somebody a pat on the shoulder. Right? I just celebrated. Thank you.
Thanks. Have a good day, guys.